Picture this. You're in the desert at night. The fire has burned down to embers. The dunes are black silhouettes against the stars, and the wind is whispering like a chorus of ghosts. And then, out there, beyond the circle of firelight, you hear a voice, a woman's voice, calling your name. Your companions freeze. One of them mutters a single word, Sila, and suddenly the night feels a lot darker. So who is Sila? She's not your Aladdin's genie, not your Robin Williams in a lamp djinn. She's something much more ancient, a shapeshifter, a deceiver, a predator who wears humanity like a costume. She doesn't just kill you, she tricks you first, almost always depicted as beautiful. She lures you, appearing as a lost traveler, a grieving woman, even a loved one you buried years ago. In the folklore of Arabia, the Sīlā doesn't just take your life. She enjoys the taking of it. There's a tale passed down among Bedouin tribes. A hunter, out near the wells at night, sees a woman struggling with a broken water jar. She asks him for help, and of course he agrees, because in that world, refusing hospitality is like spitting on God himself. So he takes her water skin, walking beside her. But the further they go, the stranger it feels. Her steps are too long. Her shadow stretches unnaturally in the moonlight. And then her footprints in the sand. They aren't human at all. By the time he realizes, it's too late. The hunter's companions said they found him at dawn, alive, but raving, his beard gone white overnight, his eyes glassy with terror. The woman, gone, only claw marks in the sand beside his collapsed body. Now, maybe you dismiss this, a desert ghost story for children. But zoom out for a second. The lesson here is obvious. Don't wander alone at night. Don't blindly trust a stranger's voice in the dark. In an environment where one wrong step could kill you, a creature like the Sīlā isn't just folklore. It's survival training. It's culture teaching fear the way your immune system teaches antibodies. It's software encoded in terror. Another story, this one near Basra, on an old caravan trail. A merchant swore his guards started vanishing one by one. Each time, the others swore they heard voices calling them from the dunes. Not random voices, no, their mothers' voices. Think about that. The Sīlā wasn't just mimicking some stranger. It was rifling through their memories, pulling out the one voice no sun could ignore. By the time the caravan reached the next oasis, half the guards were gone. The survivors said they heard laughter on the wind that night. High-pitched, mocking. The kind of laughter you never forget, because it doesn't belong to anything human. And then there is the story of the shepherd and the Sīlā, a shepherd in the empty quarter. He's young, watching his camels as the sun bleeds out of the sky. A woman appears, beautiful beyond words, hair like obsidian, eyes shining in the twilight. She asks him for water, and of course, he gives it. Who wouldn't? But then he notices her feet. They aren't feet at all. They're hooves, donkey's hooves. His blood freezes. The old warnings scream in his head. Beware the Sīlā. She wears beauty like a mask. The shepherd clutches his staff, mutters the verses he knows, and bolts. Behind him comes a scream. Not human, not animal, something else entirely. She twists into a hideous shape, howling, scattering the camels before vanishing into a storm of dust. And centuries later, she shows up again. 19th century French soldiers camped deep in Arabia. A woman stumbles into their firelight, weeping, claiming to flee bandits. She eats their food. She speaks their tongue. And in the morning, one soldier is found with his throat ripped out. The woman, gone. No tracks, no trace. Just a shadow in the sand that faded as the sun climbed. Here's one that plays like a cautionary folk horror film. A man finds a mysterious woman on the edge of an abandoned valley. Quiet, obedient, beautiful. He marries her. She gives him children. For years, they live as husband and wife. Until one night, he comes home early. And what does he see? Her feeding their children raw meat. Her teeth like fangs, tearing it apart. When she realizes the secret is out, her body twists. Her arms elongate like a wolf's. She seizes the children and flees into the night, never to be seen again. From then on, the warning spreads. Don't marry a woman of unknown lineage. She might be a Sīlā in disguise. And this is where folklore gets spooky, because this isn't just an Arabian nightmare. The Greeks had Lamia, the Irish had the Leanan Side, the Navajo still whisper about skinwalkers, and in modern horror, vampires, doppelgangers, the alien wearing your neighbor's skin. Why does this archetype keep surfacing? Because it's about trust. The person you invite into your home, into your bed, into your heart, might be the thing that destroys you. And that fear is universal. In Iraq, they say the Sila favors graveyards. One night, a man passing through hears weeping in the cemetery. He finds a woman sobbing over a grave. Compassion overrides fear. He sits down, tries to comfort her. But when she lifts her face, it's twisted. Eyes glowing red, teeth like daggers. She lunges. He only escapes by ripping the turban from his head and flinging it into her path, buying just enough time to sprint back to the village. He swore to his dying day. The Sīlā came for him that night. And then there's the herdsman. Camping by a dry riverbed, a wadi, he hears his daughter's voice, software calling for him. But his daughter had been dead for years. He swore he saw her in the moonlight, pale, hand outstretched. He ran. He never looked back, and for the rest of his life, he claimed the voice still called to him whenever he passed that place. Whether you believe him or not, tell me that doesn't crawl under your skin. So what do we take from this? The Sīlā is almost always beautiful. That's the trick. She's the shimmering figure in the moonlight, the perfect stranger at the well, the mysterious wife from nowhere. And the warning is clear. Never be seduced by beauty alone. Because in these stories, beauty is the mask that hides the monster. It's also about trust. Don't trust strangers on lonely roads. Don't follow voices calling from the dunes. Don't walk alone on dark paths when the firelight is behind you and the shadows are ahead. And graveyards? Those stories practically shout at us. Don't linger there at night. Because in places where the living and the dead overlap, the Sīlā waits. These aren't just tales to scare children. They're survival codes, wrapped in terror, told around campfires, whispered at night. Warnings passed down through generations. Don't be fooled. Don't be reckless. Don't let beauty blind you. Because once you step off the safe path, once you answer the wrong voice in the dark, the Sīlā doesn't just take your life. She takes your trust first. And that's what makes her terrifying.